Hello students, welcome back to Legacy IAS culture classes, and I am Hitesh Reddy. Today we will be doing about the great living Chola temples. So in the previous classes we have done about the Sangam literature, we have seen about the various important Sangam Tamil plays. So Cholas, as we know, you have the early Cholas where the Chola, Chera and the Pandyas were ruling the Tamil Confederacy, and the during the medieval and later Cholas, that is from the beginning of Vijayala Chola, they have concentrated a lot about the temple architectures. So today we will be discussing regarding this. So from 848 AD, the rule of Vijayala Chola I, it begins the medieval and the later Cholas empire, and this is their map. They ruled the entire southern part of the country. The Chola kings were great administrators, the great conquerors. They expanded their territory in the south. They were great administrators, and also they gave a lot of importance to art and architecture, especially the dances as well as the temple architectures, and most importantly the bronze sculptures. So here I would like to tell you about the Nataraja bronze sculpture, and they have also constructed a temple for Nataraja at Chidambaram. It's most importantly for the dance god, and they have three main temples which is called as the great living Chola temples. One is the Airavateshwara temple at Dharasuram, and Brihadeshwara temple at Gangaikonda Cholapuram, and the Brihadeshwara temple built by Rajaraja Chola I at Tanjavur. This is called also as a big temple and one of the grandest temple, especially in the southern part of the country. Now let us look at the features of the temple architectures of the Cholas. So here, to give you just an outline of the Chola temples, so they fall under the category of the Dravidian temple architecture. To give you an outline, so first they have the outer walls, and the inner portion of the outer walls, you had beautiful sculptures here, and then this was the pathway to go around the temples, and the entrance, it had a pyramidal gopuram. Then this was the main central part of the temple, which is called as the Garbhagriha, where the main god or the sanctum sanctorum is kept. That is the main deity, and there is also a pathway here to go around the deity. And then you have now various portions which you enter. So these are all the pyramidal the pillared mantapas. So they were called as in different names: Nandi Mantapa, Maha Mantapa, etc. So this was just the basic outline. So over the Garbhagriha, you also had a pyramidal Shikara. On top of this pyramidal Shikara, they had placed a Kalasha. So this was the basic outline of the Chola temples and the basic outline features of the Dravidian temples. So looking at the features, so I told you that falls under the Dravidian temple architecture, and most Chola temples, the walls were carved, the deities were placed in the Garbhagriha. They also had miniature gods, that is, within the walls they had carved images of gods and goddesses. The principal deity of most of their temple was Shiva, so followers of Shaivism. So it's a different sect of Hinduism. You have Shaivism and Vaishnavism. So followers of Shiva were called as Shaivism, and followers of Vishnu were called as Vaishnavas. And they had Dwarapalas, that is the guardian figures, who were standing in front of the Mantapa. So these were the main features of the Chola temple architectures. Now coming to the great living Cholas, so there were main three temples which I have told you already about it. So first, let us discuss about the Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjore. This is also called as the big temple. It is also the grandest temple of the Cholas, built by Rajaraja Chola I, and its main architect was Samavarma. So it was built during this period 1003 to 1010 AD. And coming to some of its important features, so here you can see it's a 13-storied pyramidal tower it had, and it had the Vimana, and 66 meters high, and it had a bulb-shaped monolith on it. And it also had a very, very spacious inner prakara, and it has a gopuram, which I already told you about it. And what are these toranas? Toranas were pillar structures on the side of the entrance gate. So this was the important feature of Brihadeshwara temple, and constructed by Rajaraja Chola, and its architect was Samavarma. So the next, the great living temple of the Cholas is the Brihadeshwara temple at Gangaikonda Cholapuram. So this is the temple architecture. It has a very big Nandi structure here. You also find another Nandi structure in Lepakshi in the south of India, where you find the Veerabhadreshwara temple here, and the Lepakshi temple is also very, very famous for the mural paintings, especially on the ceilings of the temple. And this temple was constructed by Rajendra Chola. Then coming to the third important great living temple of the Cholas is the Airavateshwara temple at Dharasuram. So this is the temple image. This temple was constructed by Rajaraja II, and again dedicated to Lord Shiva. So I told you that they are mainly followers of Shaivism. And coming to the features of this temple, so it had 6 pairs of massive monolithic Dwarapalas. So who are these Dwarapalas? They were the guardians who were standing with the entrance of these mantapas. And this temple is also very, very famous for its bronze sculptures. And it had a 24-meter Vimana and the stone image of Shiva. So as I told you that they were giving a lot of importance for dances. They also have a temple for god Nataraja, the dance god, at Chidambaram. And this is where you find a lot of importance given to the Bharatanatyam classical dance of India. So in future classes, when we start with the dances, so we will be doing various dances, the Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, and the features of all these dances. So students, today was a short class on the great living Chola temples. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next class with many other temples in the southern part of India. Thank you very much.